Darkness, not the quiet kind, the heavy kind, the kind that presses against your lungs like cold water. A throne sits at the center of it, black stone, veins of gold running through it like frozen lightning. On that throne, a king, no thunder, no sunlight, no cheering crowds, just silence. Around him stretch caverns deeper than oceans, and buried inside those caverns, gold, mountains of it, silver veins, emeralds, diamonds, rubies still burning with the heat of the earth's heart. Every coin ever buried, every jewel ever lost, every treasure swallowed by time, all of it belongs to him. Yet history calls him something else, not the richest god, not the lord of treasure, but the god of death. His name is Hades, the king everyone feared, the god nobody prayed to, the brother who received the worst kingdom when the universe was divided. But here's the strange thing, when the ancient Greeks whispered about him, they rarely called him Hades at all. They used another name, Plouton, which means the wealthy one. So the question isn't whether Hades ruled the dead. That part everyone knows. The real mystery is this. Why did the ancients believe the darkest god in mythology was secretly the richest? Tonight we descend below the earth, into the kingdom where death, gold, and power all share the same throne.
Unveil the legends.
Long before Olympus, before temples, before heroes, there was war. A war so violent the sky nearly shattered. The Titanomachy, gods versus titans, lightning against mountains. And when it finally ended, the victors stood over the ruins of the old universe. Three brothers, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. They rolled dice for the cosmos. Zeus won the sky, storms, thunder, kingship. Poseidon won the sea, storm waves, earthquakes, tempests, and Hades pulled the worst fate imaginable. The Underworld, a kingdom of shadows, a land where no sunlight reaches, a place filled with the dead. At least, that's how the story is usually told. But myths hide secrets in plain sight. Because the Underworld wasn't just a graveyard. It was something else, something far more valuable. The Greeks understood something modern people forget. Everything precious comes from below the earth. Gold, silver, copper, iron, even the soil that feeds crops. All of it begins underground. And who ruled the underground? Hades, which means every mine, every buried treasure, every vein of gold hidden inside the planet, technically belonged to him. That's why the Greeks started calling him Plouton, the wealthy one. Not Zeus, not Poseidon, the silent king in the dark. The truth about wealth is simple. Real wealth hides, and nothing hides better than the earth. Miners knew it, farmers knew it, kings knew it. You could stare at a mountain for 1,000 years and never realize it was full of gold, until someone digs, and digging means entering Hades' domain. Every strike of a pickaxe, every tunnel carved into the planet, every buried treasure chest pulled from the soil, all of it is technically stolen from the god below. Think about it. The richest vault in mythology was never Olympus. It was the planet itself, and Hades owned the key. Ancient myths even gave him symbols of abundance. A cornucopia, the horn of plenty, a symbol of endless harvest, because even crops came from his kingdom. Seeds go down, life returns, the soil feeds the world. And soil is just ancient death, rot, decay, the leftovers of countless generations. That decay creates fertile ground, which means every harvest on earth is powered by the underworld. Life grows from death. Wealth grows from darkness. Hades wasn't just ruling corpses. He controlled the source of abundance itself. Gold mines, fertile soil, hidden gemstones, buried treasure, even the souls of the dead. Everything eventually ends up in his kingdom, which makes his treasury infinite. But here's where the myth gets darker, because the Greeks didn't just call him wealthy. They avoided saying his real name entirely. They were afraid of it, afraid that speaking the name Hades might attract his attention. So instead they used safer titles, the host of many, the unseen, and most commonly, the rich one. Think about that. People replaced the name of death with the name of wealth. Why? Because wealth was the polite mask hiding something terrifying. Hades wasn't rich because of gold. He was rich because of souls. Every human life eventually becomes part of his kingdom. Every king, every soldier, every billionaire, every emperor, every hero, they all descend the same path, across the river Styx, past the three-headed guard dog, into the halls of the dead. And once they arrive, they never leave. Imagine owning something that grows automatically, something that increases every second, something nobody can escape. That was Hades' empire. Not just wealth, accumulation. The longer the world exists, the richer he becomes. Even Zeus couldn't compete with that. Lightning fades, storms pass, but death never stops working, which means Hades' kingdom grows forever, quietly, patiently, like interest in a cosmic bank account. Here's the cruel irony. The god everyone feared was actually one of the most stable rulers in mythology. Zeus cheated, Poseidon raged, Ares slaughtered, but Hades, he followed the rules. Rarely left his kingdom, never tried to overthrow Olympus. He simply ruled, silent, fair, unavoidable. And while the other gods chased glory, Hades accumulated something far more powerful: ownership. Ownership of the one place every living thing must eventually go. The ultimate monopoly. And the ancient philosophers even suggested something stranger. Death isn't just an ending. It's part of a cycle. Bodies decay. Decay feeds the soil feeds crops. Crops feed life. Which means the underworld isn't just a grave. It's the engine of life itself. Without Hades, there is no rebirth, no harvest, no future. The richest god wasn't Zeus with his lightning. It was the quiet king underground, the one who owned the foundations of the world. So the next time someone calls Hades the god of death, remember something darker. He isn't just the ruler of the dead. He is the banker of existence. Every treasure beneath the earth, every harvest in the soil, every soul that ever lived, all of it eventually passes through his hands, which raises a disturbing question. If Hades controls death, and death controls the cycle of life, then who really holds the greatest power in Greek mythology? Zeus, or the silent king waiting beneath our feet? But the story gets even darker, because Hades wasn't the most feared god in the underworld. That title belonged to something far older, something even the gods avoided, the prison below Hades himself, a place called Tartarus. And what lives there makes the Olympians look merciful. But that's a story for the next descent. Until then, tell me in the comments.